I think Genshin is a great game for people who just want to experience the story and the world. But it's a terrible game for people who just want to grind the game and get better things. I will list these two sides as early game for those who just want to experience the story and the world, and late game for those who want to grind the game for better things. Okay, don't get me wrong, I'm not shitting on Genshin or anything. I love the game. I plan on playing Sumeru and every other region when it comes out. As for this video, this is my opinion, and most of what I'm going to say is most likely already been said by someone else within the Genshin community. The early game is amazing. If you take your time and you don't rush through the content or any dialogue, it should take about 3 weeks. I think. I don't know. I played on release, so I don't really know how long it would take to get from Mondstadt to Inazuma, but with the inclusion of Sumeru, it will take longer. But there is an upside to this. You get to take the time to experience the game's beauty, adventure, and story. Let me explain. Genshin is already a beautiful game with amazing scenery, color, and visuals. With the addition of adventure, you get to experience the people of the 7 regions and what each area has to offer. Whether there are people in villages or in the bustling city or in a dangerous area filled with thieves and monsters, you will always find something like a new chest, or a floating blue spirit that leads you to a chest, or a puzzle that will unlock a chest. There is a lot of chests. The game's story might not be the best, but it takes you into their world and you experience their culture and their situations in life with the aspects of an archon, or having an element that you can control, or more chests. There are a lot of chests, believe me. You're gonna find so many chests if you're a new player. But when it comes to late game, shit really hits the fan. Like, it's being intentionally thrown at the fan. You don't get the characters you want, you don't get the weapon for the character you have or want, and you don't get the artifacts for the character you want. And on top of that, there is absolutely nothing to do. The game isn't giving anything for free. They are literally taking everything away from you. What I'm trying to say is that rolling for characters and weapons suck, and so does artifact grinding. You roll for a character you want, see that golden star drop from the sky, and when it does, you get a Chi-Chi, and not the 5 star you originally wanted. Luckily, I don't have a Chi-Chi, but that's not the point. The point is, they just took away your waifus and husbandas, and instead gave you some dead child. And same thing with the weapon banner. You will roll and get the complete opposite item that is featured in the banner or something else, which you don't even want or need. Even with the pity system and the way they've arranged the 50-50, it's still too damn hard to obtain the character and weapon to begin with, because at the end, you will not have it. And you will be too damn poor to get it. The system in general is stupid. Your initial rolls have less than 1% chance, and you have to do 90 rolls for a guaranteed 5 star. It just sounds stupid. Just make the initial starting point at least a little higher, so like 1%. But anyway, either way, that less than 1% is just gonna fuck you over. Now I know there is that, after every roll you'll have a higher chance, but even then, it's still really fucking low. And it's still really hard to get that 5 star you want because you have to win a 50-50. It's just not something you can easily invest your time into. At least there are chests everywhere for you to grab. Then there are the artifacts, the most tilting thing to farm. You do a domain, you spend some of your resin to only get nothing from it. You either get the opposite set or you get an item from your set that you don't need or want. Even if you do get that specific piece, you also have to fight, or not fight, but you also have to hope that it has the main stat you want. And even if it does have the preferred main stat, you won't even get the right substats. And even if you get the right substats, you now need to roll for the substats and hope they go into a preferred substat. And even at that point, you have to hope they roll the high number for the substat. The amount of RNG I just spat out of my mouth is ridiculous and unbelievable and pointless. It's so sad that they did this, from what I've heard, they did this so that you can keep playing the game. But even then, it's still pointless because there is no late game content, which means that everything a late game player does is just for the Spiral Abyss and nothing more. Everything you stand for is meaningless. Everything you're doing is meaningless. You're spending your hard-earned primos and resins for the waifu or husbando of your dreams and adding your artifacts, which means nothing. You're just here to flex your cool beefed up character at this point. It's just like having a modded car, but only pushing it to 60 miles per hour on the highway. It's just pointless. You're just throwing shit at the fan. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop throwing shit at the fucking fan! There are some extra things I do want to say that I have a slight problem with, but it's just me being nitpicky and kind of weird about it. But why is a single roll cost 160 primos? Do you understand how hard it is to mentally calculate how many rolls I have? I really just want to look at the number of primos I have and be able to mentally say in my head, I got 40 rolls or so, and not be like, I have no clue how many I have. Like 150 is a little easier to count, and so is 200. And so it'd be nice if they, just changed it to a number in which I can count how many rolls I have. I understand 160 is a little arbitrary, like, oh, we want to make the rolls 150, but to make it a little more expensive so that we can scam people of more money, let's make it 160. But math just becomes a little hard when you're like, okay, how much is 100 or 1,350 rolls? Because I have no clue. Like, I would say nine, like nine? No. Nine's like 100 1,440. I have no clue. I wish that I could just look at it and be able to think in an instant that I have 9 rolls. Or in the case of 1,350, it would be like what, 30 rolls? Huh, that's probably like actually 70 or 7. I can't count now. Now, obviously, I'm an idiot. I'm making YouTube videos, but like, one thing that the Genshin team can do is make more late game content. I think they understand that their community, most or partially of it, a good like handful of us, would like some late game content. Um and I have an idea. Obviously no one's gonna listen. Who the fuck is gonna watch this? Let's be honest. But at the same time, it's an idea. But it's obviously also major copium. But maybe they could have something like the Spiral Abyss, but with puzzles, areas, and co-op. What I'm trying to say is just think of Labyrinth Warriors, except don't have the mechanic or the what is that system called, the buffs. Remove the buffs, add puzzles, add fighting within the puzzles, and we have a fucking freak show of fighting and puzzle solving. I think it'd be amazing. Like, just imagine like fighting things and solving puzzles at the same time. Real shit is gonna hit the fan, and it's gonna be good time. But the problem with Genshin as a game for this, that they're not, because obviously they're not going to do it. Who the fuck is going to listen to me? But at the same time, they're not going to come up with it. And I say that they're not going to come up with it because there are so many concepts within some games that they're not going to use at all, like co-op. The last time I used co-op was for the Golden Apple Archipelago event, where you and 3 other players are running around from one area to another. Like, that just recently happened. And before that, that was when I needed help running the Thundering Fury domain because I was dumb enough to build electro damage on Razor and Fischl and both of them having the 4-piece effect. This was toward the beginning before they added the change of how the item would, drop down on the floor. So, don't throw shit on me and my fan. Okay, my fan is keeping me cool, but I know I'm stupid. Why would I do that? But I did because I was stupid. But they're not gonna use co-op. They're only gonna use co-op for events. They're not gonna use co-op for anything else, right? And like MTash said for I think one or two of his videos or something, he did say like his worst fear about Sumeru is that they're not releasing any endgame content. One crazy cool thing they could do is that they could release one late game content for every region. Mondstadt has Spiral Abyss, Lier could have something else. Inazuma can have another thing. Sumeru can have another thing. Like, come on. Like, let's be honest here. Like, there are so many creative ideas. They could hire like 5 different guys, and boom, the game will have late game. But I can guarantee you they're not going to do it because that's not their plan, which sucks. And Genshin sucks because of that. No, I'm joking. Genshin doesn't suck just because of that. There are a lot more other reasons that I just said. But imagine if they added late game. Anyways, Genshin is an amazing game, but it has an underground shit throwing competition, which makes the game kind of bad. I don't know why I participate in it, but shit throwing is kind of fun. Anyways, thanks for watching. I know the TF2 viewers right now might look at this and be like, this is the filler episode video that you wanted to do after Pyro. And I have the same thought too. Like, what the hell am I doing? If you want more Genshin content, I guess let me know. I would love to make some more Genshin content. I can do things like review my own account with you guys and do a showcase of like what I have, but I can't do anything else because we got people like Ziox that just run around doing all the this is how you build the character, how you play them, the teams, the artifacts, the weapons, the everything. And so I'm not needed to do anything. I also don't have a lot of characters because I'm not a whale. If I find some sort of mechanic, I guess I can show you all, but like at the same time, I don't have a lot of characters. I'm not a whale. I'm a dolphin. But yeah. I guess if you liked it, hit the like button. I guess if this video gets 10 likes, I will showcase my account. I don't know if any of you guys would want that. I'm assuming because most of my I have 60 views somehow on like the first 3 TF2 videos. I am very surprised. But yes, I will do this if you guys want me to. So if you don't want me to do this, don't like the video. Don't like it. Okay? I'll do something else. Probably be a different game after I do engineer. But yeah, if you want me to say something like, "Oh, Genshin has no imperfections," if you want to say that, go to the comment section. Go tell me how stupid I am. And if you want more stupid videos from me, go hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to stay notified. Yeah, I make a lot of stupid videos like this. If I'm going to be honest, there are still things I genuinely do want to say, but like I said, it's all just some thoughts I could put on a piece of paper and recite.